the last holiday season was very uncertain and scary, and it just and sad, and we were all kind of just trying to get through the time, and like trying to envision a brighter future, and that's that can be tough sometimes, like when you're in the thick of it. And I feel like this film is so much about overcoming hardship and challenges, and dreaming big, and it just feels like it's the perfect opportunity for everybody to get together and like have all the feels. I didn't actually know that I was going to be doing a duet with Bono, exactly because it was so top secret whether or not he was able, going to do it, and would we get the song, and is he, at the time, like Garth told me that Bono was going to be, maybe doing it, but I was like sworn to secrecy, and so I couldn't say anything to anybody, even though I was exploding with the thought of the possibility of it happening, because my 13-year-old self was just like, oh my God, how is this real? And then, so I recorded it with Garth, and, we kind of talked about where the characters needed to go, and like what was, we kind of came up with this sort of very tender sort of rendition of it that really spoke to what the characters were experiencing. So I didn't even get to really hear our song, the duet with Bono, until not even that long ago. And I think because I was living in all this secrecy and everything, I didn't really have time to process it. And now I'm processing it because everybody's heard it, and I just can't believe that I'm sharing, like it's being shared with the world. It's very, very surreal, but it's awesome. Well, I haven't seen anything with an audience, and I saw a Broadway musical, which was crazy, and people were just like practically climbing on the stage. They were so excited. I cannot imagine seeing Sing 2 with an audience. It would be my first time back in the theater with everybody. And, I personally in Sing 1, by the time the third act happened, I was like just losing it. I was crying, I was cheering, I was like throwing popcorn in the air. And, my daughter was having her whole experience with the third act, like we were simultaneously freaking out. And so to now, like the movie there's so many more talents in this, even this time, like Pharrell and Halsey and Bono, and like all these, it's leveled up in this way that's just, I think, like even somehow even more exciting and more like just the star power, and it's like unimaginable, and it's just, and the songs are like so exciting and over the top and huge, and like these massive anthems. It's like definitely going to be a very exciting night out, and it's so great that we can bring the whole family too, because I think my daughter loves this movie as much as my mom. And how many movies can you say that about? Ash is she's so headstrong, and she's, very much kind of herself, and so I have no worry that she will, she's forging her own path and she stands on her own. I'm happy to carry the torch with her as long as I'm asked to, because she's just awesome. It's, growing up, I had all those, for me, it was, those Disney films that, The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin, those were the movies that I grew up with. And obviously the, even older Disney animated films. Sing was like my daughter. She doesn't remember a world before Sing, which is crazy. So just knowing that you're a part of someone's, whole childhood and beyond, and creating these, this kind of iconic moment for kids when they think about some of the first memories they have is it's just wonderful, very, very special, and probably the only movie of mine that I can say that about, that my daughters can see at the current time.